Hello, JKDJournals family. We are here today with Jarisha Penelope, the founder of Nanny Boss & Co., as well as a speaker and poet that helps you unveil your inner confidence authentically. She is someone who is constantly growing and changing to improve herself and those around her. With all the improvements that have already been made, I'm sure there have been a lot of hurdles jumped along the way. So, my first question for you is, what has been one of the most challenging parts of your journey so far?
Wow, that's a very we're getting into the deep first. The most challenging part of my journey thus far has been facing adversity, and instead of shrinking to it, actually just becoming like a David and tackling Goliath. So facing adversity has been one of the biggest and hardest things I've had to do in my life. If I told you my life story, you'd be like, wow. That's been the biggest challenge for me, facing adversity.
So, with all this adversity, how did you overcome these challenges, and what did that part of your journey teach you?
Overcoming the challenges is something that I am still doing, but learning that I have to understand whose I am and who I am. So I have to know my identity. I have to know who created me. I have to know and be rest assured in that, be firm in that, be so confident in that, that I know that not only who I am is stronger than the adversity that's before me, but also whose I am. You know, I'm a child of God. So me being a child of God makes me stronger just because God's essence and presence and spirit is within me. And another way that I have tackled adversity in my life has been through writing. Writing has been a safe space for me. Writing has been a release for me. It's been a place where I can go and I can formulate words that truly speak to my emotions. I'm a very sensitive, emotional person, and so being able to write out a poem, a spoken word, or just even journal has been able to truly really get me to a place of freedom, mentally, physically, spiritually, and also just a place of intimacy even with God, because as I write, He speaks. So.
That is so good. That is so good. So, when it comes to writing and your mental health, I do have a question on that because I know how it's helped me. So I want to hear more from you as a writer. How has writing been beneficial for your mental health, and how do you think it can help others?
Writing is extremely beneficial for my mental health, but also I believe our mental health as a collective, as a people. I think that there is just kind of the stigma that when we experience things that we just kind of go through them, so much so that we become numb. We become kind of just blinded to what's going on around us, and we don't feel it. When you sit and you write and you put pen to paper, not just writing on your phone or an iPad, but actually putting pen to paper, you're allowing yourself to sit with whatever situations that you've gone through, whatever emotions that you felt, whatever experiences that you've experienced. You're able to sit with those things, and you're able to flesh them out and just really kind of bring a reality to them. Not because sometimes in our mind we conceptualize our experiences, and they can be more traumatic than they actually are. They can be more bigger and overwhelming than they actually are. So I believe that for me personally, being able to journal, being a writer, has truly allowed me to take it from the conforms of my mind, bring it to a piece of paper, and release it. Honestly, something that I learned from a very good mentor and business coach of mine is to brain dump. As soon as you wake up in the morning, get up, get a piece of paper, get a notebook. I've done it on my iPad as well sometimes, and just write whatever is coming to your mind for about the first 10 to 15 minutes until you can't write anymore, really. And don't look at it. Once you write it, leave it right there, and start your day. Go into your routine, whether it's prayer, whether it's meditation, whether it's going to take a shower, drinking a glass of water. But what that does is everything that was on your mind, because I'm a person, I wake up with tasks on my mind. I'm not only am I a writer, poet, speaker, I'm a business owner. So I wake up with like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that. And so what brain dumping has helped me do is release all of those things and start with a fresh, clear mind in the morning. And it's something that I even also practice at night as well. That way, by the end of the day, I'm not going to bed with heaviness. I'm not going to bed with, I have to do this thing or this thing. I'm releasing it. I'm leaving it where it's at, and I'm good.
Wow. Okay, so you're not just telling stories, but you're also leaving us with tools. Okay,
yeah.
I was like, that is something I'm going to use. Okay, that's great.
So helpful.
So you talked a little bit about mentorship, which I think is so vital for anybody in any space. So when it comes to thinking of people who have inspired you, I would like to ask you, is there anyone who is currently in your space or in a similar space that inspires you and you could potentially see yourself working with one day?
That's a really good question. That's a really, really good question. I will say someone that currently inspires me. Okay, I'm asking myself the question again. Someone who currently inspires me that I can see myself working with someday. To be honest, I'm inspired by everyone every single day.
Mm-hmm.
There's always someone that we meet. I mean, we're on the world with 8 billion people, so there's something inspiring about everyone that I meet every single day. I'm just able to see that in people.
Right.
But as far as me being inspired by them and wanting to work with someone, I am having a hard time finding that, but I will say it's already kind of happening. I'm definitely inspired. I believe in mentorship. I believe in having a healthy social circle, and what that is you as a person, you need someone that can pour into you. You need someone that's on your level, that's going to tell you about yourself when you're reading your own press report. And then you need someone else underneath you to pour out to. So you need someone to pour into you so that you can be hydrated. You need someone to hold you accountable on your level so that you don't get fed up with yourself. You don't get full of yourself and big-headed. And then you need someone that you pour out to so that you don't get constipated, so you're not receiving all this goodness and it's not going anywhere. And so I believe I have that healthy social circle, and those people actually, thank God, I'm inspired by them, and I actually do get to work with them. I would say for sure my pastors who have been in my life, they are so inspiring. They're definitely divine mentorship in my life. I get to walk alongside them and help see out the vision that God gave them for their ministry through me. And then also my business coach, Kendra Whitehill. She's someone that I honestly met, kind of, it was divine. It was divine. I'll say that. I won't go into all the details, but I will say that us connecting and meeting, it was definitely from God to basically show me, like, your life is not, like, what you think of your life is nothing compared to where I can take you. And there's a lot of lessons and things that I've learned through her being my business coach. But not only in business, but just in life in general as a person. Who else would I work with that is inspiring to me? I think from a writer's perspective, I would love to. It's not even a poet. It's not even a poet. I think the person that I would love to work with would be, would definitely have to be Common.
Ooh, okay.
He's a rapper, right? But he's naturally a poet.
So when you get in Common's contacts, can you also add me in there, please?
I'll add you in there.
That's not an interview question. I just want to make sure I get to work with him too. Okay.
And that man is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Look, JKDJournals family.
Inspired by him, and I would definitely work with him. Like, I just listen to his voice. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, we're putting it out there. All right.
My cheeks red, they're probably turning red.
I'm gonna have to send this to Common's DMs.
Yes, please. Please.
All right, man. So these were amazing gems. So many things that I feel like I should be taking notes right now because it was so good. So I'm definitely gonna rewatch this and take notes on a lot of the gems that you just dropped. Especially the one where you talked about basically saying, where you are right now is nothing in comparison to where God can take you. That was just beautiful. And I feel like we could end right there. But I do want to ask you this last question. If there is one thought you want to leave with the people who watch this today, what would that thought be?
The thought would be the thought I would leave with everyone is what you experience is not only for you. what you have travailed, what you have triumphed over, what you have pushed past adversity to get to is not only for you. So in my journey of overcoming adversity and overcoming rejection and all these things, I had to learn that it wasn't about me. Like, it literally wasn't about me. I mean, it was to a certain extent. It had to happen to me, but it wasn't just for me. Because had I not experienced those things in my life, or continued to experience adversity in my life, I wouldn't be able to help the next person get through it. I wouldn't be able to help the next person be inspired. I wouldn't be able to be a inspiration to someone else that's like, man, like, life is against me. I don't think that I can push past this. So I just want to leave the thought with you that whatever you experience, know that it's not only for you, and what you overcome, you will help lead the next person, generation even out of. So,
wow.
That's all we're doing.
Yeah, I don't think it could be left at any other better note than that. So thank you again, Jarisha. It was amazing having you. And until next time, see you later.
Bye.